I want every breath to start to move. Before you even move, you exhale, you lift. You inhale, you lower, Up, you can do this. Lift, squeeze, squeeze, I know. Up, 5, 4, just play this TK, 3, 2, and lower it down. Woo! And maybe you bend your knee, maybe you reach for the foot, or possibly hold with the knee bent. Squeezing the booty. Take a big breath in. Another big breath in. A big breath. A little bit of planking. That's it. And you're going to finish. You can stretch it out. Turn to your neighbor, someone next to you. Tell them, you got this. You got this. Perfect. Ooh, some of us love down dog. Some of us feel like this. All right, rotate to face the right. Right arm up to the sky. Side plank situation. Wow. Still under the shoulder. Ooh. This is it. Not really a Pilates move, but it's still good. I'd like to close this out.
Okay, so happy Saturday. Y'all, it was so fun. I went to a praise and Pilates class. I've never done that before. I've seen like YouTube videos of like praise and Pilates, but it's like a studio in Florida. So I've never been to one in person. I've actually never been to a Pilates class in person. So that was really fun. And I love that it glorified God in doing it. And it was just so cutesy, like it was so cutesy. The workout was good. Then they had vendors. Let me show y'all what I got actually. So they had like permanent jewelry. But I'm not gonna lie, Big Mama was not finna pay for all that. I'm not gonna hold you. Even though it's cute. I just wasn't with that. But I got this cute bracelet. Wow, she's so nice. This cute bracelet. Cause I don't know, maybe I'm just a sucker, but I don't know. I don't really wear bracelets like that. I'd like to get into wearing more bracelets and just like more jewelry in general, but I feel like with my job, it's not good for me to just like be walking around with buku jewelry on. But you know, maybe when I go out, I'm working on leaving my house, which is part of the reason why I came here today. So that was nice. And girl, let me show you what I got first before I change topics. Then they had a coffee vendor. This is the coffee. This is a tiramisu latte. So I like every caffeinated beverage that I get to have buku sugar in it. This is not bad. It's very, I don't know. When I first sipped into it, it was not very good. Then when I mixed it, it was pretty good. So I don't know. I wish there was more sugar, but that's the problem with America. But yeah, the Pilates class, very good. Got to move my body, which I was happy about because I haven't really been to the gym. And then after we had like a discussion, it was, girl, let me show you the devotional card that they gave me. We read a devotion and then like discussed with everybody and just kind of shared testimonies, and it was a good release. I feel like, oh, I don't know, man. Every time I get to talking about God and what I've been through, like I just start crying. And I feel so bad. But at the end of the day, like, I don't feel bad sharing. I just feel like, oh my gosh, like you're crying. Like, girl, relax. But I don't know, man. You just need to let it out. But the devotion card that I got, pause to read. So needed. So needed. I feel like God's been telling me that like kind of all through the week, because I have a problem with not necessarily, well, with letting things go when it pertains to me. Like, just like the card said, you're a new creation. Like, I shouldn't be sitting here condemning myself for stuff that God's already forgiven me for. But I feel like, I don't know. My cousin has a Bible study too, and he's been talking about like not condemning yourself and, you know, not letting, you can't guilt and shame yourself into holiness. So I've been trying to work on giving God that and just trusting him and not being anxious about everything, because I'm so this and I'm so that. Like, I'm really so blessed, and God has always had favor for me in my life. So, you know, why should I be sitting here acting not confident, low self-esteem, like things aren't going to work out when I'm literally in God's hands? Literally God's princess. So, yeah, it was a good time. But my plan was to go eat, but I spent money on the vendors. So we'll see if I end up going to eat. And then I wanted to go to the park because I'm actually pretty close to a nice one that I think I've been to before. And I wanted to sit out there for a while and just kind of read. I brought like my little devotional coloring book. So we'll see what we actually end up doing. But I'll talk to y'all later. Yes. All right, y'all, it's a little bit later. Me and my man went to Papasitos and got us some chicken Pilates, and it was delicious. So now that I'm at home, I took a little nap. I won't lie to you, I had to sleep the morning off, and now I'm gonna do like a light scrub of my apartment just because I try to get like a weekly clean in, girl, so it doesn't actually get dirty. Before I scrub up this kitchen, I just wanted to talk about Pilates, praising Pilates a little bit more, just because I feel like I didn't really get into it because I was like, I don't know, I was just so like, the dopamine was flowing. I was just so happy. But I wanted to talk more about the devotional card because it talked about like being a new creation and transformation, and I feel like God has really been doing that in my life. There's been like a lot of changes that I don't like. I'm not gonna fully tell everything, but I just feel like it was a right on time type message because, you know, earlier I was talking about not condemning yourself into holiness, and I feel like a lot of the times, like, I don't know, especially if you're like a perfectionist type person like me, you can struggle a lot with striving instead of just being, and, you know, feeling like you have to try harder to be, you know, lovable basically. And even though I know it's not true and working harder doesn't bring you closer to Christ, or rather doesn't allow you to see Christ, it only allows you to really see your flaws. It was really freeing to talk about that today, especially among other Christian ladies. So yeah, be encouraged. Don't strive. Working harder doesn't bring you closer to Jesus. The only reason we're saved is because Jesus died on that cross. Not because of anything that you did, but all because of what he did. And then a couple of hours after I was talking about that, I went on Instagram and I saw a video. Play the video.
I mean, come on, if you was talking to two people and one had a veneer of perfection and the other one was a little bit vulnerable, who would you trust? The one who was vulnerable or the one who had the veneer of perfection? This is why I encourage leaders, especially those of you who have great influence. It is dangerous for people who have influence to put on a veneer of perfection and act like we have no problems at all, because people who are watching us, they start to exalt us now and think, I will never be able to get to that place. But something is very powerful when people have influence testify of some of their struggles. It gives hope to other people that if the Lord can use that person in the struggle, the Lord can use me. For this reason, the great apostle Paul says, for all the more I boast in my weaknesses, that the power of Christ can be displayed in me. We help nobody by putting on a veneer of perfection.
You know, all things are working together for my good, and even though it may not always be comfortable and there's things that I have to unlearn in my mindset and just in general, like, you know, I get that freedom because Jesus gave it to me for free. So take that with what you will.